Welcome back to MagicGatheringStrat. We are playing this deck, Mezzel Delver, and we're up against Jakenstein. At this point we don't know what he's playing. Okay, so we have a clear mulligan, I think. So we are mulliganing. And this is a decent hand, I would say. So let's go with this and see what happens. Oh, now we have no secrets. The probe can mean a lot of different decks, so we don't yet know what he's playing. And there's another. Green spells Infect. And that's a deck we have a very lousy hand against. Yep, it's Infect. Delver is not flipping. So what do we do now? I know what we're doing. We are gonna cast Cloud of Faeries for blocker. Untap these lands. Attack with Delver, unflipped, and trade if we can. That will be awesome. But if we don't trade, we are gonna play the ninja. So now we have a blocker, we have an extra card. Hopefully we'll draw into something good. Don't think we're dead yet, but we could be. Yeah, Rancor is really bad. Seal of Strength is not very funny for us either. And we are of course gonna block here. And force him, at least it'll save us taking one Infect counter. No Invigorate, no Mutagenic Growth, we are still alive. We need to block. And we need to live. So I don't think we can attack here. It takes just one growth spell to get past. Though we can't really give up the ninja advantage. We can't let him kill all our guys. So we are gonna attack and hope to draw into snap. Which we didn't, so we'll just represent counter mana and have Delver in play. But I do think that we are dead. Because we are now dead to any growth spell. We do have snap mana, so he might not even try it. But if he does, we are dead and the game is over. Once we know we're playing Infect, we can't keep a slow hand like that. We have to... Well, let's see what's in the sideboard. We used to have Serrated Arrows, but our dear friend Mezzel has taken them out, and I think the correct card here to bring in is Dispel. We're gonna take out Exclude because it's way too slow, and are we taking out anything else? All the Infectate is in the deck. I haven't received the updated sideboard plan, so I think I'm gonna take out Gush. Anything else that can be useful? Stitch Drake is a decent blocker, so I'm taking out another Gush and putting in one Stitch Drake, 3 Dispels. And I'm not gonna bring in Echoing Truth. Because I don't think that is very good against Infect. The original sideboard plan was 2 Serrated Arrows. And the Preordains are out of the deck now. We don't have any Preordains or Ponders in the deck. We don't have any main phase card draw. We only have Brainstorm, so that we can keep Counterspell mana up to power our 2 Excludes that are One of the things that differentiates Mezzel Delver from other Delvers, you see 21 creatures, 19 lands instead of 16. Ah, that's the subject of another walkthrough video, though I have to have his permission before I do that, and I have to understand the deck better. So let's see, what do we need? There's a Piracy Charm, that's pretty good. Spire Golem is very slow, Orna's Grace is very slow, but we do have double Brainstorm, so I'm gonna keep this hand. And I'm gonna play land and then Piracy Charm his first guy. Or failing that, brainstorming. So I'm brainstorming at the end of his turn. And I got the snap, that's pretty good. Putting a couple of islands on top of the library. Makes Spire Golem realistic now. But it also makes the next brainstorm pretty sad, as I have no shuffle effects. The plan is basically the same. Piracy Charm, snapping, perhaps not yet. I'm gonna Piracy Charm that, and that is gonna get Apostles Blessed. Or is it? Oh, I might save both for next turn. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna brainstorm again. Putting back the islands. I'm gonna keep 3 mana up then too. Oh, I have to Piracy Charm on his turn. So here we go. And that will be counted in 1 of 1,000 ways. And the chosen way today is Mutiny Growth. Delver for defense and snap seems like a reasonable thing to do here. And cast Spire Golem next turn. So this Delver is purely defensive. I think I might be too defensive against Infect. Not sure. And now I'm gonna snap the elf at the first sign of trouble. So I'm blocking here. And if it doesn't do anything, I'll let this resolve so that both die, so that they both die. Fyker Claw Myr. Well, I can play the Golem and have snap mana left. So that's what I'm gonna do. Though the Golem doesn't do very much. And maybe I should actually snap now. In order to prevent him from using Fires of Yavimaya. I'll do just that. Fires of Yavimaya. It's Wines of Westwood. God damn. And I forgot to untap. I'm still... that's a thing I do with Snap. Quite a bit, actually. So sorry for that. Pretty stupid. I just figured that it would untap the lands by itself, but of course it doesn't. And I'm gonna Grace. And save this land for the Grace. Spellstatus Sprite will serve a defensive purpose here, I guess. Countering something. I'm not gonna block the Myr with the Spire Golem, but instead attack. So now I'm counting that he can do 10 points of damage. And that anything that costs 1 mana I will now counter. What is that? It is Groundswell, he's playing the forest. So maybe I'm dead. I can't counter Vigorate, but I can counter that. He was clever enough to do it in the... Oh, that wouldn't have mattered. So I'm countering Groundswell here. And I hope that is enough. I'm at 5 counters. That's pretty sad. That's a good card. I'm grazing. Ninja. That's awesome, though it will have to wait for one turn. And now the defense is pretty powerful. So I think Golem is enough now, because I can respond to Quicksand and it will use up. I will lose the Golem, but next turn I can Sprite Ninja. And hopefully replay the Sprite for a blocker. So that's my plan. I got him at 13. And he's not attacking. That must mean he doesn't have much at all. Alright. So first, the Cloud of Faeries. And then attack with the boys. Here we come! And then some extra cards. Ninja of the Wee Morning. Oh yes, please. And there's another Spire Golem. He should make an excellent blocker then. And I do have spells that is Sprite in hand. For a 2-mana counter. That should counter most of his shenanigans. Except Invigorate and Rotwolf and Systbearer. But he is not attacking. Now I'm wondering if I does have to block the ninja. So though I snap and hit for 7 and then win next turn, looks like a good thing to do. So I do snap. Please return to hand, Mr. Icoclawmere. And that's game! 1 game each. And the mighty Delver deck by its genius Mezzel is now going up against Infect for the 3rd game. I would love to be able to play this deck better than I do. I haven't dared play it in a tournament yet. I've just had practice games with it. And I am a noob playing this deck. As opposed to the decks I present walkthroughs for, or Infect, that I feel that I have a fairly good grasp on. A lot of mistakes have been pointed out for me from my blue-black control deck videos, so I am obviously not free of errors. Delver, Cloud of Faeries. This is not funny, because I don't have anything to defend myself with. And a first turn Glistener Elf is just death. But I can play Delver and then Brainstorm, find nice stuff, get something going. Is this a mulligan? Yeah, I think the double Spire Golems make this a mulligan. So I'm mulliganing. And this hand I gotta keep. I don't know if I should kept the Phantasmal Bear in. I'm gonna make a note of that, because he seems very, very easy to destroy. Alright, there is the first turn Glistener Elf that spells death. And now I think I do need to play the Delver. Though he only has 5. Do I play the Phantasmal Bear for defense? He does need to. He has to spend a mana to kill it. So I think that's a decent defense. Though I'm not sure. I don't have Daze in my deck. Mezzel took it out. He knows what he's doing, I don't, so I won't argue with that, though I like it. Alright, maybe we are already dead. That is the power of Infect. Aggro control doesn't like this fast. I have a big winning record with Infect versus Delver, But Mezzel has a big winning record of Delver versus Infect. So I don't know which deck is the better. But this matchup is surely interesting. I know the first turn Glistener Elf is a killer against Delver. That's what you want. I've even suggested to myself that I should probably mulligan until I have the first turn Glistener Elf, but that might be taking things too far. Yeah, here we go. But at least we got rid of a Vines of Westwood. And here is 9 points of damage. That wasn't very nice. And we can play Delver. Go! So we have 9 poison counters. And if he is entirely out of ammunition now, we could be... Oh, that's not too dangerous, because he has to get past the Delver. And soon he will have to get past the Spy Golem. So I think I block here. And he has to use the Seal of Strength to preserve the elf. And we very much have to play blocker. So this turn it's Spy Golem, next turn it's Ninja of the Deep Hours. Though he does have to spend the card every time he tries to do that. And maybe he doesn't have the card now. Or maybe he does. Still can't counter anything. Yeah, Rancor is very dangerous. So any other growth spell now means that he won. But if he doesn't attack, I can still block. I can keep counter mana, but he will attack. No, he won't. And now I can counter. That's just awesome. And then cast Ninja next turn. So now he needs 2 spells to get past me. But the chance that he'll eventually have 2 spells is fairly good. Blocking with the faeries now would accomplish nothing. So we'll go Ninja Party. There will be a Ninja Party. Ninja, 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 na, ninja, ninja. Only Swedes understand that. Alright, so Ninja is on the table. He is hitting. We are finding good stuff. We're gonna play a horde of fairies. Really a cloud of fairies is perhaps more. But I meant that there were 2 of them. Okay, gotta untap the lands. Alrighty. Playing the second cloud of fairies. Well, now I do have enough blockers to prevent something. I have 6 toughness, so now I can prevent a Seal of Strength. So if he attacks, I will now block with everything. And hope he doesn't have 2 4-power effects. Let them all die, just as long as I live. So let's see what happens. Ranger's Guile is just 1 power. So what does that mean? That makes him able to kill the golem. That's okay. I'm not gonna target you, Mr. Glistener Elf. So what will we counter? We will counter... Will not... Oh, he has played land, so we will counter... We will counter that, because otherwise we lose. And he now doesn't have a creature. That is pretty good for the Delver deck. With its 9 poison counters. And let's draw a card. Play a Delver, sit back, chilling with Snap and Counterspell. He doesn't have a creature in hand either. So let's see. Yes, I want to reveal my new removal spell. And I want to beat down with my aggro control. Tempo control. What do you call this deck? Well, Quicksand is pretty good. And we have won the game! Delver versus Infect. Thank you for watching, and in the show notes you'll find a link to Delver's to Mezzel's Delver list, and a very good article about Delver that is not about this deck, but it's pretty good anyway. Thank you for watching MagicGatheringStrat.